Hello, I'm Brian Pruitt, and this is
Dr. Delisha Pruitt.
and we want to welcome you to
The Power of Marriage.
It is good to be with you all today. Delisha, what are we talking about today?
The power of we.
The power of we. What do we mean by we? When we talk about there's power in the word we, togetherness, what do we mean by that?
Well, each one of us have been called to do our own separate thing, and that's good. God calls each one of us
Right.
to do something.
Yeah.
But sometimes in a relationship, you can feel like you're going into two separate paths.
Right.
And I can support you in your path,
Yeah.
and you can support me in my path. But then you think about God put us together for a reason.
That's right.
And sooner or later, our paths should cross, and then we should be doing something together. That's the power of we.
It is a time in your life when you begin to focus on what you can do together more than just having children,
Yes.
but it is impacting the world together. We both have a call on our life. God has called us both to do something. While we are here on planet Earth, we know we are to support one another, and maybe your marriage looks like that too. But there comes a moment when there's an intersection, and in that intersection, it is a moment where God makes it clear on what you're supposed to be doing together. And outside of just having children, not that children are a small thing, children are a huge thing, but there are other things that God has called you to do together.
Yes, like ministry,
Yes.
Marriage, like we're doing together.
Right, medicine, all those
Medicine,
things. So
yeah.
you've been very successful in your career in the
Yeah.
healthcare. I've been, by the grace of God, successful at what I've done as a motivational speaker, leadership coach over the years, and I've enjoyed those things. But I have to tell you that there is a new excitement that comes into your marriage when you begin to find an intersection of life where it becomes that moment of we.
Yes.
We are going to do this thing right here
Together.
together.
Yes.
And so for us, that has been an exciting and new venture of things that we're planning on doing together. And we challenge you even in your own marriage. What is the season of we? What is the we? What is the thing that maybe you guys need to focus on doing together? It could be writing a book. It could be starting a business. It could be we are retiring now and we want to enjoy one another because you don't get each other for a life. You don't get each other forever. Let me put it that way. At some point, life happens, and you want to make sure that you've made the best out of the time of we.
For some of you, if you're starting an early relationship, it could just be going out on a date
Right.
and setting a day each week for going on a date just to make sure that you have some we time,
Yeah.
just the both of you to have some time together.
Yeah, and the other thing is hey, sit down, have a conversation, find out, work through some things. I challenge people with this. There are businesses out there with mission statements. Why shouldn't your family have a mission statement? Why shouldn't your marriage have a mission statement?
Yeah.
You challenged me on that many years ago. You said, Brian, where are we going? What are we doing? And I told you, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't doing nothing today. I just thought you wanted to go out and hang out or something. And you said, no, Brian, you're a good man, but I need to know where you're taking us as a family. We sat down, and over a period of time, we put together a family mission statement.
Yes.
And that hangs on our wall today, the
To this
Pruitt
day.
family mission statement. So that was something we did together that we're able to pass down to the next generation.
I also think it's important to dream together.
Yeah.
Sit down and talk about what are the things that maybe you can't do today, but you can do in the future together. Maybe right now you don't have the money to do, but in the future you may. And you can start building toward that. That's some we things that you could do together. Remember when we sat down in our 20s and put down all the things we want to do, own a coffee shop, own a gym, all the things that we want to do. Those were the we things that we wanted to do.
Another thing is what are the core values of your family, okay? Before you leave this planet, you need to know what are the core values. That's another thing that businesses have that families tend to ignore, okay? If it's good enough for your company, it's got to be better. It's got to be good for your family, meaning this. Core values are needed within families just like they're needed within organizations. What are you guys standing for? What do we stand for?
Right, what would be an example of a core value?
A core value in our family is our faith.
Yes.
We believe in God. We stand on His word. We believe in prayer. We believe in speaking the word of God and living the word of God in front of our children. Another core value here in our household is forgiveness. We don't believe that you can have a great family without forgiveness being one of the core values of your family.
And faithfulness, right?
And faithfulness
Being
is
faithful
a core.
to your partner.
Being faithful to your partner is one of our core values. Find joy from the garden that God has given you. And if you think something's wrong with that garden, maybe you need to work that garden a little bit.
Maybe you need to till it a little
Maybe
bit.
you need to till that garden a little bit, right? right? But find joy in the garden that God has given you. You know what I believe?
What you believe?
I believe that love is worth fighting for.
Yes, that's right.
I believe you're worth fighting for.
You're worth fighting for.
I love you.
Love you too. Mwah. We'll see you guys next time. Remember,
Love is worth fighting for.
Bye-bye.
Bye.